Knocked away by Fatu. Ramos. Took away the second penalty. Took the second to Mola. Which will be rough. Jeremy Sterling. Tonight. That's the target so far from the Belgians. Who'd have thought that? What ball was kicked in anger today? Yeah. Decision once again goes the way of Egypt. Very shortly, Osman will be able to deliver his half-time team talk.
The world is a very good barometer as to how this game is going for Belgium. You don't get much of him for the manager, so the body language changes. What do you do? It's not something to play. A little bit more animated, more frustrated. You understand why?
Simply this first half as Jimmy. Egypt. So we have to get on with it. Half-time here in Seattle. This is from the gap amongst the pigeons. That's all the goal from Egypt against Belgium. Back to Jules Breach.
Thank you very much, Derek and Rob. Egypt back at the World Cup for the first time in 8 years, and they're halfway to their first ever World Cup win. They beat Belgium by 1-0 at the break. Coming up, we'll bring you highlights from the first half and a stunning result over this day earlier at the World Cup.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is sponsored by Valvoline. Turn back time on your engine and ask for Valvoline Restore and Protect at your next oil change.
YouTube TV is amazing. Would you settle for anything less?
Why would anybody settle for just that? Can you imagine if Zlatan was mad?
Yeah, no.
Don't settle for that. The #1 live TV service now has 10 more affordable plans. Try YouTube TV for free.
Turn back time on your engine with Valvoline Restore Protect, the first of its kind motor oil that removes up to 100% of engine-killing deposits and protects against future damage. Ask for Valvoline Restore Protect at your next oil change.
When you dare to combine sweet and tart, you get a sweet tart throat that's so sweet, you'll cover. Here's the game. Nothing is everything it takes to get there.
इंडिया जीतो ब्राजील जीतो कौन से के जीतो ब्राजील का हाँ
Rent a car, not a rental car.
Frustrated.
More goals, more celebrations, more life.
Everyone with Bus Member knows free delivery means unexpected guests of any size are not a problem.
Carl looks like he can eat. I see you, Carl. What do you believe? What do you truly believe? No one knows the future, but if we ask the questions, the world answers.
Wings in the big match, delicious.
What do you have it without seeing?
Well, that's more like a last minute winner. Even silencing your best friend. My science. Just taste it.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 halftime show.
Welcome back inside our Fox Sports studio. I'm your three, Tricia Bell, Katara, Carly Lloyd, and Javier Hernandez. Egypt are leading Belgium by a goal to nil at the break, Carly, and it's a great goal as well. Great goal. Surprisingly, that Egypt got a response.
एक गोल लगे क्या है एक गोल लगे क्या है इगिप्टेर क्या है सेन पोजीशन क्या है आगे ऐसे क्या है अब ये नॉर्दर्न एक आउट चलिए ये बेल्जियम क्या है दूसरा पोजीशन आ गई एक गोल लगे
এটা একদম লাইভ ইয়ে করে গোলের লগে লগে চেঞ্জ হতেছে
कब और जाते बंदे क्या है हाथ तो को किधर बता रही हो क्या है $1 डबल गोल दिए गोल ये तुम मारा तो कम से ना गोल क्या है इजी होती है तू गोल ये क्या और साल से
Yeah, definitely. I spoke a couple of weeks from our show.
স্পেনে একদম
Surprising. That's it. Right now, we're going to see Mo Salah going out of his comfort zone. He knows how to play pretty well. And then I showed making the double movement and then we putting step out again. So, I mean, the determination of the shoot. You want to touch, you're going to stick to that shot.
I've watched a movie before. I know that most of us face. I've told the over it, so yeah, the movie was pretty good. I think it can do much more to have a striking goal. But yeah, Egypt just played his game, just counter after every good time they come.
We say another Mo Salah assist on his birthday as well. He should be receiving gifts, not giving them. All right, guys, well, coming up, Cape Verde surprised everyone in the world.
Two croissants, please.
Yes.
You should use the active cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo.
Good call.
I'd love to pay.
Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases without scoring 2%. The active cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo. What a setup, right?
I told you, you got one line on tap, dude. What I tell you, watch this. Whoa, now it's got to finish the house. Maybe next year sometime.
Anyway, for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
For free. For real.
two for Recko fans, you can win $1 million.
Okay, here's the deal. This game is 3-on-3. Who do you play? The local club. Hey, this local club been in Washington since 1896. They beat everyone who showed up. The guys who play in jeans, they always
Chevy Silverado drivers will do a lot in the next 5 years, but here's one thing they won't do: pay interest on their new truck. Now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments until after Labor Day. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Spectrum? Never met Brazilian flair? German grit? Argentinian passion? Or good old American hustle? Is the Spectrum TV? I got
I've never missed.
Chevy Silverado drivers will do a lot in the next 5 years, but here's one thing they won't do: pay interest on their new truck. Now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments until after Labor Day. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The United States will play their next match of this World Cup on Friday against Australia. So for the latest on the status of Christian Pulisic, let's hear from Recko Tufting.
Well, the latest from the U.S. men's national team's training session right now is that Christian Pulisic did participate in a modified training gym first. He also did individual work on the far field behind us. Now, we weren't able to see that he appeared to be moving well. Lucio Pochettino came over to tell us he is good, so a good sign for Christian Pulisic ahead of their match against Australia on Friday.
Awesome news, thanks Jenny. Now earlier today, World Cup debutants Cape Verde earned a point in a goalless draw against Spain. Their goalkeeper Rafinha was a big reason why. He made 7 saves in an impressive performance in the match. And take a look at this. This is amazing. In the space of just a few hours, that performance has sent him from 60,000 followers on Instagram to over almost 2 million. I think certainly a thing that he and Cape Verde will never forget. So here is the moment of this first half, sponsored by Visa. What a moment for Emma this first international goal. We need it from one that we in a completely predictable. And the star will certainly be shining tomorrow as well.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get iPhone 17 Pro on them. Hold on.
Is this big enough? We should have music, lights, banners. I need to feel it to get the most powerful iPhone ever on the best network. I should dance.
This is big, and T-Mobile gives you incredible iPhone 17 Pro on us, on the best network.
I'm in the place. Nailed it.
There's watching the world's best. And then there's experiencing the world at its best with Platinum. Kick off your journey in the quiet comfort of the largest global retro lounge network. Lose yourself at incredible destinations with the largest curated global hotel program. And live in the memory that lasts long after you return. For a life like no other, you need a car like no other. There is nothing like Platinum.
I think that's a good idea. Going down the field. You got two? Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you need a helping hand at the journey home. When you partner with Rocket Mortgage and Redfin on your next move, you can save up to $20,000. Find out more at rocketmortgage.com.
After you work out, you can feel more energy. Reach for core power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. High quality protein to fuel.
Your 1.9% APR financing or a $2,500 customer bonus on a select new 2026 Tiguan.
In terms of Belgium here, how do they approach this? The plan so far has failed. The Egyptian plans are full of achievements. What Belgium got to do in this hard run to turn this around?
You said in that first half, they've got flexibility, and I think running to highlight the cutbacks is something they very rarely tried in there. It's asking a different question to go behind the Egyptian defence. From there, use the likes of De Bruyne on cutback, to Trossard. Got that length player on there, got that tendency to want to do it. Expecting changes at high time. Look at the line.
It's going to be like a wonder.
Changes at half time. Look at the line.
It's going to be like a wonder.
Changes at half time. Look at the line.
It's going to be like a wonder. And the Belgians, it's ideal. New, different conditions to adapt to. But sometimes in that very pace of a game, and talking to Belgian colleagues, that has been front and centre in their minds. Not the actual temperature, brought it quite literally. But in the Egyptian fans have been all about the temperature, the perfect temperature. Right here. And we continue with the big So the Egyptian goal scorer, that's who stepping up the ball. And the returning referee, the man, Abdi, to start the second half into action. And three again in comes of second half. We will only see a four. Problems for Belgium deserve an absolutely constant during progress through that years. So you can put the dark horse back in it. This mix of experience and youth is going to be the changing of the guard. From this gentleman, Egypt with the lead. That's what everyone taking goal. Manifests himself in an attacking sense of energy and the way to see. You've got to need to make changes, needs to get through such a very backwards. Making sure that you know the Asian for 20 years. Always struggle from something different than goes back to 50. Because Egypt, just as it was always happening to me. Look at that, 273 minutes. Welcome back to the goal. Interchange wins. Points. Second. And almost beside it. Complete action. Zico, the touchline stuff on Zico of Verovich, one of the up-and-coming teams. This is really different. So the willingness just to rock the off, to go and never cut back is off. There's a number of stats actually didn't they? Zico, on his beautiful foot, really trying to contact the exit. And it's not well anyway. He was a fucking Japanese looking a year ago. The step up to the country dominated by Eddie Zamalek. Early stages of the second half. It's been an interesting start to the day here at the World Cup. Spain and Verde certainly giving us a story. Another one building on Seattle with Egypt in front against the Belgians. Goy brings it forward for the Hernandez. The number 9, and he allowed him to drop in. Create something for him. He's really got that. On target. Slipping into the free kick. It's all a little bit charity over there.
Left side, didn't want to get the ball. No one walking down. Everyone drifted in. Once managed to get to the byline. It's precious this level. Position.
Challenged by Aki. Now what can Belgium produce? He's going to be a genuine repertoire to show the world.
This is seeing one of the four records. The graphics fielder. Kevin De Bruyne has a history hitting them under the border. It's a good role for England. Look at where the capabilities from the top. There are real top of it. That was a really good idea to do that. Making sure that you get that game right on the floor.
Belgium trailing and a minute. From the corner, sticks that up and down. Really get the job through the wall if he wants it. That was all the invitation that kept the road needed. It's the up and down block. Confusions coming. This is where we're going to Nicolas Brescia. Try again. Radio Kitchens. Produce the cross.
makes a biggest one. Eckler's injured on the pitch, and there's a great big hole where the centre half should be. Also makes the save. To score at that first goal, you think he'd pick your spot. It's a bit unconventional football talk because it wasn't a clean header down into the ground, and all of a sudden he's having to make a bit of an adjustment because of the bounce of the ball off the turf. That's it down into his car. A lot of those for Belgium again.
And here we go with the changes. Stepien is tripping over Sozu. Oyaka. Numbers. Skin. Rangers in Stuttgart. One of the newer players. Recent times introduced by Lee Garcia. Close to him, like something, Tia. High up the pitch, Dockle. Taken away from him, fully committed. Egyptian players, emphatic and too much commitment. Still they lead by a goal to nil. But they've never recorded a match win at the World Cup. In the finals proper. This goes on the longer you think. From a Belgian point of view, Chile to Morocco 4 years ago.
It's still early days in the tournament. The guys in the studio talking about potential. Belgium, what they've got, some rocks their confidence as much as anything.
Iran to play in their next match in Los Angeles. Belgium from Lecture to maybe to it. Operating on the right, Trippier. So, Egypt's way this way. The impetus to the Infantino, president of FIFA.
Spending a lot of money on tickets, isn't he, in Argentina?
Omnipresent. Trossard. Schmidt is no rocket.
Just one or two passes and they're away.
Tonight, if it's one goal interaction, Saudi Arabia against Uruguay. It's 105 for one against New Zealand. In this group, they're struggling at 5 PAs going 2 Pacific in this one. And just watch as the Belgians try to build up again. Get it out there. Was over there. And that has been given as a corner. Two stations for Belgium. Plenty of time to work with. It's not quite a blank so far at any rate. Great. That's with authority. Get back towards unity. It's close to himself. Contact with better energy from Belgium. More players running past, more players getting beyond. Shots and tackling up. First shot to target. Not a great strike for the ball. That was the first Belgian attempt on the target in this game. Still, wanted to place it. And a reminder about the Piccolo Ultra Superior player of the match. Scan the QR code to vote for the Piccolo Ultra Superior player of the match. Would enjoy it when you participate. Here they come again, Belgium. Goku. Just cut behind. And the field was Kaku. Should have to get on with it. Should go a bit there from Kaku. And just queuing up. It's a straightforward take for Shabby. Goes on for a penalty goal. Meanwhile, we'll tell you that Romelu Lukaku is about to come on. He's done here for Egypt. No concern for the Belgian camp.
Football this season. He's looking at it and saying, Egypt wanted to use him, Rudy Garcia, probably not yet. You wouldn't want to be bringing him out as great class in the case of emergency, but this is where we are.
The touchdown's all into the mark of Marus.
Yeah, just to get that little bit of yard to get.
This is a difficulty for Belgium. Counter-attacking threat from Egypt is real. So the ball will be delivered this time, and was set up. Tiao set to him. She this time, Ruben Chikston. Police market. We're in Seattle at any time of day. Lukaku is Got to be given the green light to come on. Putting it for the kick there. So on comes Belgium's record scorer. Ronaldo Lukaku restricted to at least 64 minutes of action with that guy this season. Not just an injury, but we know he's a difference maker. He represents the great hope of the Belgian fans right about now.
Welcome for the Belgian faithful.
Welcome, they produce this magic touch. Kick goal. Got himself into that central position.
দিয়ে দিছে একটা
এ দেখছস কোচিনে বেলজিয়াম দিব কত 63 মিনিট আর এক গোল দিব
ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে
Within seconds, the big man delivers, and it's a fantastic upfield from Mourinho. That's what they were screaming out for, someone just to make a run from behind him with Lukaku. A natural striker, and number 9, his presence in there. In the end, it comes off Annie, but it is the presence of Lukaku that is there. No goal, but they know that both on it. That is Lukaku. That is what it's all about. Belgium back in the game.
And you can see him shouting for joy. He might go down as a pretty own goal, but that is one for Lukaku, because you have to mention the presence factor, something that Belgium have been missing throughout this game. So, 1-1 here. This match break is sponsored by Lenovo. The equation has been altered here in Seattle. One goal apiece, we'll be back.
Go back home for the games.
Across the pond, please. Very much. Go south to the river. Easy. Let's go.
Everything's a tap with pizza.
And there it was, the first great American wall, echoing like a sonic boom across history. This country didn't tiptoe onto the world stage. Hell no. We were born loud. Whatever you're loud, baby. Something to say, say it. Something to prove it. Because in this country, in loud we trust.
From the producers of Nutella, new Nutella Peanuts, where creamy Nutella meets roasted peanuts to form your partner in snack time. Nutella Peanut, your partner in snack time.
It's my party, you're invited and all your friends too. You don't have to knock, you can come right in. Welcome to my
Hey, be safe.
Thanks, Dad.
Back here in Seattle. It's 1-1 now between Belgium and Egypt. The Egyptians have got to pick themselves up after that setback. Romelu Lukaku, by my watch, had been on the pitch for 23 seconds. We'll get that officially tied up. But you get the picture, and it Doesn't look as though it's going to go down as a Lukaku goal, but certainly the history books will remember his contribution and the presence that he brought. And the change here for Egypt, Rakia is on. 23-year-old from Cairo. Actually plays in the United Arab Emirates for Al-Ain.
He comes in and sets it half. He's moved up into midfield, so looking at the shape stays the same, but it's a little bit of a steadier ship for Egypt. I think response immediately from Mosamazan is to say, okay, let's bring the leader on at the back. That's all Rabia is. Presence and someone to deal with Lukaku. That's active presence.
Is now officially a heavy own goal. So we're just about to say Lukaku become on reserve Belgium's all-time top scorer. The World Cup all together class 1 Vilmos was to level at 5 World Cup tournament matches. Just to say how this is going to end. It's been a great and crossing contest to kick off Group G. Don't forget about James Corden. Don't forget James Corden and the After Hours crew on Fox tonight. And there might be right part of the World Cup action. And especially a treat with Slaughter and Ellie in the house. Keep saying it, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. You're a World Cup. You don't have to win every game in the group stage, but Belgium will base themselves not far from here in Recko. Certainly want to win the group, but with that would come the reward of round of 32 game of this venue. It's the first last side from a different group. Egypt. So you are the right views on that subject.
Like World Cup Champions Group, balance of the group, New Zealand, for these two teams, 0 people were free to happen, over I think. And you do feel like the momentum to get these with Belgium right now.
The other side is going to be another change. She's all coming on for Egypt. The screen there. So the substitutions being made by their respective sides. This one by Egypt, so far 3 by Belgians. Here's Alaska. Tiny player.
So it was a two difference since he got looked at the wall, went was in his half and put it into the different level.
Certainly players are favourites of the Gotcha questions. You can see our favourites. It's always going to win the fighters. You can see the Zico goes off. Comes Zizou. Mustafa Zizou. We've been waiting for this one. The senior statesman on his birthday, Mohamed Salah. That's his way off. There you go. And he returns. Mo Salah. And it's a bit like a passing of the torch moment, because on in his place comes Hamza Abdelkarim. Only 18, has been playing for Barcelona, 18. From Eddie, the youngest player here at the World Cup. Resilience for him, from Amy, Norway in the past, for Egypt. There's an optimistic idea to Warriors. It was keen to forward runs, and the mention's still to go. And they want others doing that as well now.
It's easy to read that run there. It's just one that you think you've done this right side there, and Chris Albert's tapping in, Berners in the second minute, and you've got two centre forwards, it's easy to make the runs in behind. Pretty much in the fourth there too. A little bit more open for Egypt.
Season. Following tap now, we just put that in for Belgium. Looks very nicely from the outside. Is good away. They go on the Captain Dions. No playing here. In the Pacific Northwest. Tomorrow, on France, it's a huge triple header of France against Senegal. Iran, Norway, and then Argentina beginning their triangle defence against Algeria. All tomorrow on Fox, coverage from 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, still over there. Going to get difficult with his opponents. Taken on by Zizou. Yeah. They're lying to take any risks. Transfer with Fati.
Surely not today. It might not be today, this might well end up all square block. Surely enough that they've got no that they're comfortable with themselves as has got them well geared and very well disciplined. Good unit.
So inside the final 10 minutes. In place. Season. Enterprising here. The citizen far too close to Courtois. Losing it right there. Jeremy Doctor. And they're a little bit challenge coming in from Henny. The referee wants a word. What?
I don't know how he's managed it, but 80 minutes into the game, and he's still not been it's by a number of fouls, but the counter fouls, by the promising positions Doctor's been in. None of the bench, the substitutes and opposing officials are asking the question, well, how has he managed this? But
the same for which Schumacher was Trattenberg, our expert when it comes to the laws of the game, telling us that, lenient by the referee is verdict. We're not agreeing much.
politically correct, shall we say?
Good way to do it. So the free kick is a good by. Should be succeeding in giving it away. Tians. The switch. Ends up counter-attacking mode again. Egypt taking charge of the situation. Was Joy making the run. Both sides are losing custody of it. It's Egypt's turn now. Zizou. So again, Skinny is smuggled to the ground. That's that ball's developing.
Fantastic save, wasn't it? Really good feet, quick across the line. Just not quite the pace on the header.
Good try to watch that all the way. Suspected the whole thing wasn't really by design.
Awkward. He's had a couple of awkward moments, Courtois. He's had to deal with things like this, just making sure he's not so much the ball was going to stay on, but where he was going to bounce to. And the other header was slightly cushioned, but watch the number of steps that Shabir gets in. 3 strides within that time. Makes it look a lot more comfortable than it is. It's a really good save from the keeper.
Zizou with a deep corner, trying to get it to curl away. Hazard going to clear his lines. The push, but the shot that was touched down immediately. Inside the box on top of Egypt. Changes are happening for Benjamin and Smacker. Zizou. Henny arriving, pulling it back. The timing was a little bit off, however.
There's a real interest in the game now. Enterprising stuff from Egypt. He kept going. He's got over the woods. Under the pressure of the road. He's going again.
Fresh player from a few minutes ago. With that ball, quite a dramatic entrance. Entrance. Recko goal scorer. Really doesn't quite like a little bit of that ball. Now for the Belgian personnel changes. Doctor's number is up, and so is that of Ibrahim. And there we have it. Simply coming to Ibrahim. inspiring victory for Belgium. Belgium, who was very skillful, his own, Matthias. And then there's Marco as well, 21-year-old. He had to get to the wall. Under pressure, employed. Under Karim. It's too long and too strong for Olamouche. Inside the final 5 minutes of all time, and still 1-1 between Belgium and Egypt.
Coming on. It's a creative, clever player. Only got a few minutes. The corner and Doku's that clip for them today. We got to see him make a decision that today is enough. Save them for later stages.
And there's quite a highlights for him with the future in mind. Recko was into it. Sailed over the top.
It's got to score. It's got to score from there. Unmarked. Free header. Wonderful ball in. Gets a yard in the middle of the box, and there's the time, the space. From there, 8 yards out, there's no real reason. It's just a miscue. Complete misread from him. Can't believe it. It's over.
To be a bit rusty.
Yeah.
They play not very much football this season. It's a muscular problem. That is applied to Kevin De Bruyne as well. Teammates and Napoli in Italy. That's cross supplied by Haskell, because it put himself pretty well since coming on. Belgium have used a full complement in terms of substitutes. Even though they might be disappointed if this does end in a draw, it's also possible it won't hurt them too much. We shall see. So, the rest of the group goes. And substitutions here for Egypt. Rahim Adel going to come on. Karim Hafez.
So, the teams have had their moments. I think they felt we'll walk away with this with maybe a little feeling of what if.
Zizou has been full of running since coming on. This is to Canada. No transgression apparently.
Two on the body. The coach is making sure it's outside the box. He's giving away the foul. He's saying, I'll tell you what, I'll give away the foul, but as long as it's